Hello, this is Mike Nogel, and I'm here today to present to you our next assignment. It's going to be a writing-based assignment, but we are going to have a final production using technology. Today we're going to talk about an argumentative essay. As 11th graders, last year I believe you guys wrote a persuasive essay. Persuasive essay, its goal is to persuade the reader to think your way at any cost. You leave out any evidence to the contrary. What you want to do is just be as persuasive as you can to get somebody to think your way. Argumentative essays are different, and so that's why I've subtitled it Understanding Both Sides of an Issue. So in the introduction, you want to pick a broad theme, and then you want to design a hook so people get interested in your topic, and so that they will continue reading. And so in the introduction, you're going to want to have a few things. Identify how this topic relates to justice, because we want to create a better world, and so we're hoping that our side of this issue is going to show that it does represent more justice than the other side. And so how does it relate to justice? List reasons why the topic is important. Identify the topic's place in history. Identify general aspects of the topic, but don't give specifics. Save the specifics for the body of the paper. And identify the various positions that are associated with the topic. It's good to pick a topic that has two sides for this assignment, because otherwise you're going to be writing a third section, and your argumentation is going to also be much more involved. And so at the end of the introduction, you're going to need to design a thesis statement. The thesis statement should focus on your argument and clearly present your position on the topic. And it shouldn't be a question. It should be a statement. And now we get into the body of the paper. And in the body, we're going to go more into the history. We're going to go into the background of the issue. So this is kind of also an introduction to the issue, but it's after the introduction to the paper. What is the beginnings? What is the history of this topic? When did it first come about? When did it become an issue? How has the issue evolved? And where does the issue stand today? And so there are some things that we're grappling with that have gone back for centuries, and there's some things that we're grappling with that are relatively new. So this will be interesting, depending on which topic that you pick. It'll be interesting to see how far back some of these things go that we're still grappling with today. And then lastly is why is the issue controversial? Why does it make people think two ways about the same thing? So that is the beginning of the body, and then from there we're going to go into the portion of the body of the paper where we explain the different sides of the issue. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is state the position of the opposite side. It's easier to state the opposite side's position first, because you want the reader to be reading your position later, so it's fresher in his mind as he's making a decision about which way to go. So state the opposite position of yours, and then go into an explanation of why. What are the reasons why people feel this way about it? Give specific evidence or examples or statistics that these people use to support their view. And explain like this. You can use transition words here to give a little bit of an idea about your side. Explain why this may be true, but what is the evidence lacking? What is it not including? Don't go too far into this, because you're going to want to save the main points when you're actually describing the part of the issue that you're supporting. But this paper is all about doing good research and being fair to both sides. So going to the second reason is going to be similarly formatted. Give specific evidence or examples or statistics, and there again explain why it may be true, but then if you can, if you can downplay it so that it doesn't seem as logical, then that's good. It's going to help your end argument. And then analyze the contrary position. And during this part of it, you want to pull all this together and then start to transition into your position. So the fourth part of the body is when you state your position, and you state it as a fact. You don't need a catchy hook here again. You just need to start making your point. And it's formatted much the same way. We want this paper to feel equally handed for both sides. So you give the reason people feel this way, you give the specific evidence or example or statistics again, explain why it's true, and then that's the same for the second point. And you can use more than 2 points. This is just to get you started. We don't want to have one side have 10 points and the other side only covers 2 points, because that's going to make your paper seem like it's not even-handed. And then in our conclusion, we're going to have a synthesizing statement. So we're not going to include details. We're just going to pull these two sides together, and then we're going to get into specific causes of the specific causes of the controversy, and an overview of the topic, and then we transition from specific to general. How does this topic have lasting effects? Give your opinion about the general effects, impact on justice and or injustice. Consider concluding your opinion with a call to action. So this is kind of a short version of the conclusion. We also want you to tie up loose ends and strengthen your arguments in the conclusion as well. And then after we're done, we're going to have rough drafts and revisions, and we're going to make sure you guys are on track. And then we are going to have you hand in a paper. I'm sorry if this is boring for you, but this is language arts, and we all need to learn how to write and research very good. But as far as presenting it, we're going to do something different. We've all used Web 2.0 applications thus far in school, and we're going to use them again. I know that you guys have used many different ones. I encourage you to use one that you haven't used before. But you can use something like anything you want. You can use like a free website creation tool like Google Sites or Yola. Or you can use special presentation tools like Prezi or VoiceThread. You guys already know a lot. That's what's going out there, and you have the list that I have handed out to you. You can go through that, see which tools you like the most, and then I will help you and give tutorials if needed, depending on which application you decided to go with. Okay, so next step is to get to the computer lab, and we will start doing our research and start deciding on our topics.